Hello, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to close up or fasten off your um, yarn project without a stitch marker. So I have these are my yarn needles. I see stitch marker, sorry, yarn needles. These are my yarn needles, but I'm assuming, okay, in case this is not available, you can actually use your hook to close up. So in order to close up, I'm currently using a 5mm hook, but I'll try and find the smallest size. This is the smallest size that's available to me now. If you can just get the smallest size of hook size that fits your yarn for closing off, so it's easier, right? So I'm just using this 4.25mm, and I'm going to be closing off with this. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and I'm going to insert my hook through here, last one. Then I'm going to slip stitch to close off this. So do my normal slip stitch to close off. If you're closing up a triangle, if you're closing up a flat surface work, you just chain one at the end. But because it's not a flat surface, that's why I slip stitch into the first, where I began, first stitch of the round. So I'm just going to chain one. So if you're doing something like a small blanket or a small square cloth, you're just going to chain one, okay? But that's all. So I've chained one already. I've done my chain one after slip stitching for this because it's a round. That's why I slip stitch before chaining one. So after I've chained one, I'm going to drag my hook through and leave a long tail, not too long, but a long tail. So then I'm going to carry my scissors. I'm going to cut off my yarn. Yeah, just cut off. You can see why I'm cutting it off. I'm cutting it off here. This is okay. So I'm cutting it off. I'm going to drag this, and this is properly secured. So now I want to fasten off, right? So I'm going to take in my small hook, insert my hook into a stitch, pull the end through, then insert my hook into the next, pull it through, then insert my hook into the next stitch and pull it through. You can see. So I'll do that for a couple of stitches into the next. Yeah, pull it through. So I'm just going to be pulling it through randomly, right? So now I'm going to go down this stitch and insert my hook randomly into this and pull this through. You can see. Then insert my hook and pull this through. You can see what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to fasten off, so I'll put it into as much stitches as I can. So I'm just going to randomly put it into here and pull it through. Randomly put it into here and pull it through. So I would like to reach, because my stitches are quite loose, I'm going to try and reach somewhere here so that I can fasten it off as discreetly as possible. So I think I've got in here. Insert my hook here and pull it through. Insert my hook here. You can see I'm alternating where I'm passing my hook through. That's the same thing you do for it's your square clothes. You're going to pull through the front and pull through the back, pull through the front, pull through the back. So I'm pulling through inside, pulling through outside. Okay, so just going to do this. Yeah, where did I even say I want to get into? Okay, I think I like where it is here. So what I'm looking for is like the tightest portion, because if I'm looking for the tightest portion of my cloth. If your stitches are packed, like they're tight, oh, you're totally fine. But because my stitches are quite loose, I'm trying to make sure that wherever I'm putting it through is like the tightest portion, so it doesn't come off, so it doesn't get loose. Okay, so I think I've pulled it through the tightest portion here, so I'm just going to go back and forth here. So I'm going to insert my hook through here and pull it through this place, and insert my hook through here, pull it through this place. So the tightest portion, okay, just making sure it's secure so it doesn't, like, it's not like it's going to lose. But what can happen is when after you've cut it off, the ends of the yarn can still be showing through your work, so we don't want that to happen. That's why I'm fastening it and making it as even as possible. So you can see I've done that as much as I can. So now I can cut it very close to where I put it in. So that is perfectly hidden. So here's my heart. It's perfectly secure. So I am just going to go ahead and hide this one, my beginning too. So you're hiding your fastened hand and you're hiding where you started from too. So let me just hide this one too. So just going to look at the direction this is coming from. Yeah, so let's insert my hook through here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pull this through. Don't insert my hook through somewhere random. Yeah, maybe here. I'm just trying to hide in my hand, so you can just do it as random as you can. Okay, so I think this is fine. Let me just do one more. Pick it up. Then I'm going to go back and forth. Yeah, so I've picked it up through here. I want to go through the stitch. Okay, so okay, let me do it again. Insert my hook through this. Just hide. I think I've perfectly hidden this. Oh no, this doesn't look perfectly hidden. Oh no, this is definitely going to come up. Let me just try to do this. Yeah, it's coming out through one of the big holes, so I'm going to do it again. Try and fit it into a smaller hole. So I guess this looks fine. So this, because it's inside of the cap, right? Don't do this. You normally cut close, but I'm not going to cut close. I'm just going to do it like this because it isn't going to be so visible. Then and it's inside of the cap. So this is done. So you can see fastened ends perfectly, neat fastened ends, and yeah, here is my finished product. That's